Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and last night in the middle of the night, February 4th, just as I think one of the planets went direct, I woke up in the middle of the night and heard I need to do some zodiac readings. So that's going to smoke for a while. So I'm doing a lot of clearing. And I have all new decks. I've done a lot of pre-shuffling. You can see these are going to be very complicated because of the number of decks that I have out. I will pull the ones that I need, but I will be pulling from the Illustrated Herbiary, the Enchanted Blossoms, the Chakra, and I'm wearing my bracelet, Rainbow Warrior Activation, the Tarot of the Divine Feminine, the Muse Tarot, and I also have a couple other decks on standby in the case that I need to use them as I am called. Now these are going to be zodiac readings. I usually don't try to focus on zodiac readings because I feel like my messages are specifically for certain people in the collective, but I do as I am guided, and last night it was powerful. I needed to do zodiac reading. I don't know why. So I'm going to start with Aquarius, and we will see what comes through. I'm going to use the Rainbow Warrior Activation. I have pre-shuffled. These are all clean decks, so I have done a lot of shuffling. I did see in this a lot of indications of spiritual growth. Lots of spiritual growth. Now, this Aquarian energy for me, we're in Aquarius energy right now. This Aquarius energy for me is clear and bright and light energy. All the clearing that we have done has really paid off. I think we are now in a more clarity of our understanding and of our energy. So I'm just going to get started on this. I hate it when it said bottom of the deck. Okay, it's a 16 card, and I'll have to look up what those are. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to take all of those, but I will take this. Okay, that's the 14 card. We'll look those up real quick. I don't like to do a lot of reading. I like to just highlight. So we'll pull 16 first. Explorer. Investigation, expansion, frivolity, lightheartedness, courage, travel, comparison, trust. Okay, so at some point during the course of a cycle, exploration of new options is valuable and necessary, albeit sometimes frivolous. Frustration in the face of a stalemate can promote the need to try new things, especially when old ones have outlived their usefulness. And I feel like that's really where we are. Here's the 14, early summer. Activity, work, fruition, stress, limits, discipline, growth, fear. After spring comes a powerful portion of the yearly cycle. All your hard work comes to fruition. A unique set of principles govern this phase since it is the time before the end of a growing period. Much attention and caution should be paid so that you don't overextend yourself to the point of overload. Don't become complacent and overconfident that the job is done when there might be some vital components to finish. Okay, so for my Aquarians, this really feels like this lighter energy, really matches the color of my backdrop here. This lighter energy is just this energy of, it's almost this, frolicking. It's a frolicking energy. We're light. We've done a lot of purging. And then this is, don't get so, create this balance. You can be lighthearted and in that really frivolity, the frolicking energy, try something new, take risks, kind of like the Fool energy, but also remember that there still is some work that needs to be done, some challenges, some 3D responsibilities that need to be fulfilled. So it feels like, don't get too caught up in all of this really light energy. There's still things that need to happen. All right, I'm going to pull from the chakra. So for February, And I've just been told to do them for February. Passion. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is, you know, following your passions. It looks like this is somebody who is, you know, preparing for a play, something that she really enjoys doing, and she's sharing that with someone, an elder. So that might be relevant to someone. It says pull another. So right now I'm just doing for February, and then we will, I was also told to be prepared to do weekly. I'm sorry, I don't really like doing zodiac readings, but soulmate, yeah. Okay, so we have some energy of some soulmate energy. This could be a partnership. This could be a, this is somebody you're really connected to. Somebody that you share something with, a passion. It could be a male or female. They said to try the Divine deck. This is the Tarot of the Divine. So it feels like, I mean, this just feels like somebody who's connected to a passion. Could be an axis. Two of Swords, that was definitely that stalemate energy that this card was talking about. That's exactly the card that I saw, this stalemate energy. So there's a stalemate here. Maybe things are lacking passion. Maybe it's gotten to a bit of boredom. And so there needs to be some fresh air pumped into this. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Goes on this side, they said. So it feels like this needs to be kind of an emotional... First of all, there needs to be a lighter energy between you two, because you've gotten to this stalemate. See the fire? I mean, there's been some heated issues with this red and orange card. That's a lot of heat. It feels like maybe there's some arguments about 3D responsibilities. You know, both of you have been working really hard lately, and it feels as though each person is pursuing their personal passions, but it feels like the passion between the couple, the soulmate, it could be friends, but it feels like a soulmate. Masculine, feminine energy. Ace of Cups. Yeah, needs to be some focus on the relationship. And it feels like there needs to be kind of a little heart-to-heart talk about the connection that you share and what's happening, because it feels like there's a little bit of heat going on, and not really necessarily a passionate heat. That's not the energy I'm getting. I'm getting an argumentative kind of heat. So here we have the Page of Coins, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Somebody, I'm just going to say, my readings are always so specific, feels like the masculine's been flirting with someone. And that's what's causing the heat, because the lack of passion here. Maybe the feminine has been really focused on her career, and there's just been such heavy energy between the two that it feels like the masculine is kind of strayed a little bit, not necessarily into a sexual, but almost like a flirtatious kind of way, and the divine feminine has found out. And so there's some friction. I mean, I don't feel like there's been a serious transgression, but there has been kind of a flirtation. And so now there needs to be a discussion about it. So this could be for Aquarian or Aquarian cross watcher. Doesn't matter. You can shift the energies however they work. Yeah, Seven of Swords. What did I say? There was a little bit of, you know, not lack of integrity malicious behavior. I don't think it was directly meant to be hurtful, but it was. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Three of Swords. And we have the Four of Coins, yeah. So somebody is starting to withdraw and protect their energy. So let's see what else comes out. This is the Herbiary. In the pre-shuffle, I saw the Passion Flower, which, so you can see on my phone, is the flower that I grow, and that is a photo of one of my flowers. But Passion Flower is exuberant quietude. So it feels like somebody's just kind of going into hermit mode here. And it feels like the Divine Feminine is pulling away. Now, take the energies as they resonate for you. It's a general read. She's just kind of like starting to secure her resources just in case. Her intuition keyed her into this. Remember, general read, take what resonates and flip their energies as they fit your situation or as they resonate for you. If you need more information, if this is your reading and you need more information, I'm not going to take all those. You know, click, just connect with me through the email in the email description, in the description box, and I'll be happy to provide, set up a personal reading for you if you need more answers. Okay, so Just Be and Inner Sanctum. This was another card that I saw when I was pre-shuffling, taking notes. Inner Sanctum. So this is Oats and Sweet Violet, but this is basically go within. You guys need to kind of go within and figure this out. See if this is still what's right for both of you. But it needs to lighten up. I feel like what I'm hearing is you're at each other's throats. There's been some hurtful language, but it's more like a misunderstanding to me than it is, you know, a betrayal. Yes, you know, as I say that, I feel the energy of one of them flirted, somebody's flirted, and it's gotten back, and now they're ashamed. But the, you know, the feelings have already been hurt here. And so it just got into this stalemate where everybody's like, well, you know, I'm just going to pull my energy back, and I'm just going to start working on what makes me happy. And maybe there is a lesson that needs to be learned here. There definitely needs to be an apology. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle. The enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. And I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. This is the Mother Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God, and Dakini, the enlightened feminine. So this is really powerful energy for the divine feminine. She is starting to really connect with, she's going within in that exuberant quietude and inner sanctum. I also saw in the pre-shuffle spirituality and creation. She's really connecting to her spiritual self. This is the Muse Tarot. So she's just kind of being in her flow. That one stayed on the table. I'll take that one. And she's really focusing on her and letting the divine masculine kind of percolate in his own choices, what choice he's going to make. Because she's not going to fight. She's not going to fight to keep him in a relationship. He's either going to recognize her worth, and they're going to move into a lighter energy. But the work in this relationship is not done. You don't quit now until you guys have a conversation. Because it feels like you two are definitely a spiritual connection, very powerful one. But you need to you need to restore balance. And you need to have a serious conversation to understand why this situation occurred. And then each of you need to kind of go into your own soul space and then come out of it with lighter energy. First, there needs to be forgiveness. Let's see what this says. The Five of Swords. Yeah. There's the little olive branch between the two sides. Feels like the Divine Feminine is kind of like, you know, I can stay, I can leave, I can stay, I can leave. And it's really kind of self-sabotaging. My Five of Swords is self-sabotaging. But if you look in this deck, the Divine is saying, look, you need to make peace with this. You need to offer some forgiveness. There's like the olive branch being offered. If he apologizes, then you gotta find forgiveness. All right, what else? What about the Divine Masculine? Ten of Pentacles. This could be a marriage. There's a lot of work you've invested in this relationship. It is not really necessary to give up on it. So if you're the Aquarian here or they're the Aquarian here, don't get trapped in that Eight of Swords, you know, thinking energy. Don't overanalyze this. Don't allow it to sabotage you. This came out in the challenge position. Six of Materials. Yeah, this is definitely not an equilibrium of energy between you two. But this deck, there's a lot of mirroring images here. So you see the mirror image here, the mirror image here. And you also see her in this yoga pose, finding that inner sanctum, doing her spiritual work. It's hard for her to forgive. She has issues with self-worth. The feminine has issues with self-worth. That's where the jealousy is coming from. So this kind of situation, it feels like she's kind of blown it out of proportion because of her insecurities. And that's why this is very agonizing. Yes, did he make a mistake? Was it respectful? No. He was stupid, impulsive. And so this Six of Materials, this disrupted the equilibrium between the two counterparts here. And then here is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, see what I meant? She went a little bit overboard. She got a little unbalanced. I don't know. I'm hearing unhinged over something that was kind of small. It wasn't appropriate. I'm not excusing, but it was small. There wasn't a huge infidelity. It was like a lingering conversation with somebody that was a little too intimate. And the Divine Feminine kind of got out of sorts about it. And that's created this stalemate energy. She's not letting it go. There's the Knight of Pentacles. And he's just been kind of, the Divine Masculine has just been kind of going very deliberately slow, kind of keeping his distance, not rushing forward to try and fix this, because her energy is not that of forgiveness. She's not been open. So she needs to go into the inner sanctum, into her spiritual work, and figure this out. Look at that. That is the King of Pentacles. And see another mirroring image. So this is kind of like triggering twin flame energy. And here she's walking toward that inner sanctum. Yeah, okay. So this feels like, I'm going to pull Two of Voices in reverse now. This is the Two of Swords in reverse. So once we do this inner sanctum, this forgiving work, connecting with our Divine Feminine, using our intuition and following our path to enlightenment, elevating our frequency, getting into this lighter energy, we're actually going to end that stalemate. We're going to be more receptive to opening up. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Yeah, see? She's looking at the minutia and not the big picture. All right, let's pull something for the Divine Masculine, and I knew that was going to come up. So I'm going to pull from my tarot deck from my son that is definitely divine masculine energy. This is the original tarot, Rider-Waite tarot. I'm going to do some shuffling, sorry, but it's a clean deck, so everything's organized within. Okay, the Chariot comes out. Right away, I hear he wants to move this forward. He wants to resolve this. This feels like you guys were in a really committed relationship, and now all of a sudden this little thing happened, and I'm not placing blame. There's no indictment here. But it feels like this was a huge trigger. This feels like twin flame energy to me. But you didn't realize that you were in such a soul connection. I think you both figured out maybe what twin flame is. And at first, it's a very heavy... It feels like a heavy burdening energy. Okay, and tell me that one more time. So we have the Four of Cups, the Four of Coins, both on the bottom of the deck. Somebody really not wanting to face this situation. It feels like the Divine Feminine, she's pulled back her energy. She feels like she needs to protect herself. All right, so we have the Chariot, Strength, and the Hermit. All major arcana, of course. Okay. The Hanged Man in the reverse. Another major arcana. Here we have the, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. Okay. So what I'm feeling from this, for my Aquarian energies, Aquarius. The story is that this is a couple that are just now awakening to their true connection. It feels like it's been a kind of a, they both invested, it's been a long-term relationship, but they both invested a lot, but it feels like they're both now realizing they've known each other for a long time. Could be a marriage, may just be a long-term soulmate relationship that now they're getting to some, they've gotten into entangled romanticism, and now they are, because of that, they're getting into some deeper emotions, and they are triggering one another in the twin flame energy, which is starting to awaken both of them. So the feminine is kind of pulling away. The masculine, and remember this is energy, not gender. The masculine may have kind of started flirting because the feminine's been really focusing on something that she's passionate about, or her career, something that she's really having to invest a lot of time in. Could be an actress right now. And so therefore the masculine kind of, you know, let himself slip when somebody else paid him a little bit more attention. And then now there's this kind of stalemate energy. The divine feminine is pulling herself away, pulling her energy away, not interested in hearing his side. And I'm not justifying. But this relationship needs some work, and you can't, you know, it's not like you should just walk away from it. If you guys are twin flames, you're not going to walk away from it anyway. You'll always be connected. So I don't have any really strong indicators of twin flame energy, but the triggering and the mirroring is pretty pronounced here. A lot of major arcanas for the divine masculine. He's feeling like he really, a part of him wants to move out of this, wants to not, you know, he feels like she's kind of being a little bit unfair. And so he's kind of like, you know, it's going to take a lot of strength for me to, you know, really stick around here. I don't think I did anything that bad. But there's a lot of energy that's kind of welling up in him that really needs to be expressed. Because, I mean, there's a part of him that is like, I could walk, maybe I need to go off to find my happiness. Maybe this isn't making me happy anymore. Divine feminine, you may want to have a conversation from your spiritual self, not your, wounded self, but from your enlightened self. You need to do some meditation and really connect with your soul self in your sanctuary space, in your inner sanctum, and really be honest with yourself. What really is the issue here? The real issue is, why would an innocent flirtation really send you into that kind of heated, self-sabotaging energy? Okay, bottom of the deck, they said the Lovers. No shit. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. So for my Aquarius, this is the, told you it was going to be a complicated reading, but if this is you, this is your energy, time to go in and face some harsh truths, some hidden truths about yourself. So take the bottom of the deck, beauty. Find your inner beauty. It may be that you feel as though you're not as beautiful as this other woman, and instead of focusing on your inner beauty, you're focusing on your outer beauty, and that may be what triggered you. I don't know. Joy. Let's take one more. That's the work that needs to be done. Tranquility. There's lots of energy here about peace, your inner sanctum, your inner peace, your connection with source and self. And lightening up some of this energy. Yeah, definitely lighten up some of the seems to be some jealousy here. And that needs to be, that's something that you need to go in within and fix and heal. All right, Aquarius. This is for February 2022. Take it as it resonates. If you need a personal reading, please connect with me through the email in the description box. Until next time, namaste.